Oye, como va, YouTube? My name is Josh.
And I am the one who praises the sun, Patrick.
And we are Taku Couch Reviews.
And today we will be reviewing Seven Deadly Sins, Season 2.
Wow.
Excellent Season 2. I think between this and the other Season 2s of this season, I think Overlord and My Hero Academia, this factors right in the middle of the bunch. This season did a great job of just going into more depth of the characters' backstories, such as Meliodas in particular, Bond and his relationship with Elaine, King, Dion, the Sins in particular, and their new enemies, the Ten Commandments. This season as a whole answered more questions and then opened up a lot of doorways where we weren't sure where we were going. But that is something that will be answered hopefully in the next season. And for manga readers, maybe or maybe not, you might know if those questions are answered, but we'll see. But all in all, this season, very well done. Very excited about where it's going, and I enjoyed watching every second.
Yeah, really, I don't have much to add onto that. I personally don't read the manga. I'm probably going to pick it up now that the season's over. You know, just keep it rolling because, holy shit, this season honestly made Seven Deadly Sins a lot better for me. I loved, I liked the first season. I won't say loved. I liked the first season. The way it ended the first time around that I watched it, I wasn't too happy with it. But, then I watched it again and I loved it. And now this season has just reaffirmed and cemented that, that love. Just the introduction of the new characters. Escanor is the fucking GOAT. I mean that in all seriousness. Escanor is the fucking GOAT. And it's just been so great to just watch him interact with everybody, and he just brings this new dynamic to the Sins, because we already got Bond. Right. He's the bro. He's also the GOAT. I mean, shit, all of them are, Meliodas, the fucking, the original GOAT. And, Merlin and Elizabeth and Diana and King, you're already familiar with them from the first season. In the second season, you learn more about them, as Josh said. And that was just awesome. Really, not much. There's only one thing that I would, I guess, reproach them for. It was after Meliodas got killed. That whole fight, that was with the Demon King, right?
Yep.
Where when he's being resurrected.
Right.
Yeah, that felt a little rushed to me. Just because when he died, I freaked out. I was like, fuck it. Tell me, is he alive? Is he dead? And he gave me a little hint. So when, I watched it, I was like, wait, this feels like they could have played it a little bit more, because he died at the end. He died in, I forgot what episode it was, but he came back at the end of the next episode, which kind of seemed a little short, because that's not really a lot of time to play on the fact that he's dead, It's like 1 week. But
very quick.
Yeah, other than that, fantastic season.
They did a great job as well of expanding on the total number of characters in this season. You had a wide variety of people who were actually major players, from the druids that had Meliodas' power that you didn't really have any interaction with. You had Hendrickson, Dreyfus that had their demon alignment that were kind of in and out of coming back from that. Obviously at the beginning, Hendrickson is completely clear of that. You have Gilthunder and Griamore, Hauser have a huge role in this season. They're always with the Sins. And then the guy, I don't even remember his name. He has the mask on who follows Merlin around. Couldn't recall his name, but he's in there too, and he has a role that's extremely important. And what I really love about this season is that, especially in the 24th episode, it shows layers of Meliodas. At first you just see him as this happy-go-lucky shonen protagonist. Always has a smile on his face. Never fails. There's nothing ever going wrong. Like, sati, he's always good, But at the end of the season, what you see is that he has internal struggles and layers upon layers of things that are going on with him that this season only scratched the surface of. And the more that we get in the story, the more that Meliodas' reason for being, you know, a member of the Sins and for his role and even pursuing strength and moving forward with the sins against the commandments is going to slowly reveal itself. And that was just extremely well done, I think, in the anime. And in addition to that, as he mentioned, Escanor was amazing this season. It's just, he just brought an air of confidence and swagger that was not present before. Like, obviously they had characters that were confident in themselves, like Meliodas obviously doesn't think that anyone can beat him, or Bond. He's immortal, so he has no reason to worry about anyone. But the way Escanor just talked down to people, you know, in his fight with Estarossa,
exactly.
He just didn't acknowledge the fact that Estarossa was one of the most powerful characters introduced in the show thus far. You know, and he walked up to him, and Estarossa's looking him in the eyes, like, confused, like, why is my commandment not affecting you? And Escanor's just like, why would you be angry at someone who is beneath you? It's like, my man, like, come
right.
on now, like, you were just flexing on this guy.
Goat.
Right, but all in all, just the way this season became more character focused as opposed to plot focused, I think was extremely interesting. And I think the next season is going to build on that and make a more mixed dynamic where it's both plot and character focused. So that's going to create, you know, what we want as being the best season of Seven Deadly thus far.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you told me, you know, some stuff, some questions are finally going to be answered, which is always great when you're watching an anime. But I'm really pumped for season 3 just because of the note that this season ended on. Right. Like, man, I was holding back some tears, man. You know, when Grimoire ran and grabbed Fraudrin, I was like, no, dude. When Jericho's brother died, I was like, fuck, dude. Yeah. I really hope something's gonna happen. He's gonna come back to life. But like, just a lot of sadness, and you know, a lot of like foreshadowing for what's about to happen. At least as I saw it, you know. So yeah, super excited. Cannot wait. We'll have to wait, but looking forward to it.
And actually, the last thing that I wanted to touch on before we finish up here is the whole story and the backstory between Elizabeth, Liz, and Meliodas. I think they did that just wonderfully. I had no idea prior to the season, you know, the relationship and the reincarnation. You know, I know they touched on it in the series, but they really got into the fact that it is the same person. And after Liz died, the way that they showed Meliodas' past to Elizabeth, and how even as a baby she was so attached to him, as if it was some kind of calling, you know, and they were destined to be together, and then for her to grow up and not remembering any of that and to end up back with him, I think is just speaks wonders about their relationship. You know, it goes much deeper than the physical fan servicey relationship that they show, where Meliodas is always kind of rubbing her for comedic effect. You know, they have a deep, unshakable bond, clearly shown in the last few episodes of the season, and I think they illustrated that perfectly, and I can't wait to find out more about that later on.
Yeah, no, I thought that was really beautiful too. The way I would phrase it, I guess, is a love that transcends space and time, you know, because the only way that I can interpret that is that her soul literally remembers, you know, just the wonder, fulfillment, and you know, everything that you have in a relationship like that. The only thing that I would say moving forward with that is that I'm a little scared, you know, by that comment that Elizabeth made. Regardless of who might be my enemy, I will stay by your side. I mean, I love loyalty, respect, Elizabeth, babe, but shit, please don't betray anybody, you know, for Meliodas. I really don't want that conflict. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, thank you. That's all for this review.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
We are Otaku Couch Reviews, and as always,
Shanks.